Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Like Elder Malcolm will be saying, risking their lives and freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that live amongst the heathen that look like the heathen. This is not a black thing. This is an Israelite thing. And shalom to the Akim and the few Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. And I got, quite a few articles I want to run through. I just got finished watching a couple of elders, apostles, different Akim videos, being edified. And these articles I got from watching the Elder Hawad out in North Carolina. North Carolina's YouTube handle is GMS North Carolina 777. So you should subscribe and be edified. Basically, the Lord is working, The Lord is stirring up spirits created for vengeance, So I'm going to hit the articles, hit a couple of precepts. The Lord's willingness to be edifying. As a matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. It's the book of Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, and it reads, "The just Lord is in the midst thereof, he will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light, he faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame." And Salakia for the noise in the background, people getting ready to go to their plantation, even though it is the start of the weekend. But yeah, the Heavenly Father is in the midst thereof. He doesn't do iniquity. Every morning he brings his judgment to light, he faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. The wicked going to continue to do wickedly. Like it tells you in Revelation, the 22nd chapter. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. So the wicked are going to do what they're going to do, and the righteous and the hopeful elect are going to do what they're going to do. And don't let nobody take you off your course if you're part of the righteous, So anyway, let's get into the articles. This is from Los Angeles Times. It says 2 deleted, 6 wounded in senseless mass banging at warehouse party in downtown LA. And it wasn't senseless. This was orchestrated from the Heavenly Father. Them spirits, the Lord stirred up them spirits created for vengeance. I believe that's what I'm going to call it. So I'm going to call it in the news, spirits created for vengeance. It says 2 people were Salakia, apocalypse. It says 2 people were deleted and 6 others were wounded at a warehouse party in downtown Los Angeles early Monday. The latest incident to turn violent stemming from unsanctioned gatherings in the area, authorities say. So let me get another precept. That's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39, and it reads, See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. You see, so it's the Heavenly Father who does these things, you know? And get another precept just to back that up. It's the book of Amos chapter 3 verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? Yeah, you see, it's the Heavenly Father that does the evil, you know? Or, you know, contrary to popular belief, they think that the devil is the one committing all of the heinous crimes. Like, he does the bidding of the Heavenly Father. And that's what people don't really realize. You know? But anyway, let's continue. That is from the New York Post. It says 32 dismembered bodies discovered in an abandoned house in Mexico's bloodiest state. It says the dismembered remains of 32 people have been discovered in an abandoned house in Mexico's cartel-ravaged region of Guanajuato, according to local officials. It says body parts were found in plastic bags in a shallow grave under the property near the city of Irapuato, some 160 miles north of Mexico City, just months after 17 bodies were found in the same city, according to the local reports. Yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. You know? The Heavenly Father is steadily passing out judgment every day. His spirit is created for vengeance. Let me get this. This is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. It reads, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You see? So, the Heavenly Father is the one who creates. He's the power of duality. He knows he got the right hand side and the left hand side. And right now you're reading about the left hand side. Simple and plain, you know? And this should strike fear in your heart. And your heart is loud, which is your mind. And should make you want to get right with the Heavenly Father, you know? Oh, yeah. This is from Daily Mail. It says, woman who mugged her pensioner partner in broad daylight before threatening to knock the jaw off a good Samaritan is jailed. And this is supposedly a female, you know. Yeah, this is crazy. It says a woman who mugged her elderly boyfriend in broad daylight before threatening to knock the jaw off a good Samaritan has been jailed. Oh man. This is what females are doing. Yeah, all I know is you modern day females, y'all through. Y'all females in general are through, but definitely you modern ones. You know, the I don't need a man like this one messing with elderly men just so she could get money out of them. That's all it's really for. And get a quick preset. I'm gonna go to the Apocrypha for this one. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 13. And it reads, "Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman." You see? So like it says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because as you can see, the wickedness of a woman runs deep. Bitch got thrown in jail for threatening the Good Samaritan and extorting her elderly boyfriend. Which is no such thing. If he was popping her, then that's her husband. You know, all of this newspeak that Esau uses, you know, talking about dating and whatnot. That's why the Lord resorts calls us a wicked and adulterous generation. You know. Because we are. You know, especially in this day and age when you got the youth with this hookup culture bullshit. You know, this one night stands and all of that. That's why for all you young brothers in the faith, you better vet these women before you get with them, and make sure you strap up. You know, wear your Jimmy hats and all of that. And make sure you got your protection spiritually and physically. Alright, that's enough of that. This is hideous. Oh yeah, here we go. This is from AOL.com. It says stabbed rival she met online, then boasted on Instagram Live, called me Chucky. And you know, you gotta follow the advice of the apostles and elders when they tell you to stay away from the so-called black woman. She's no good, man. He sort of corrupted her mind, and she for now, she's your enemy. You know, not talking about the few sincere sisters that you know turn back to the merciful graces of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Talking about these hood rat hooligans. These hair hat hooligans, like this one. Let's read a little bit of it. It says Shakia Jenkins. You already know, with a name like Shakia, you better not mess with her. And ghetto ass names. It says Shakia Jenkins was allegedly seen on Instagram and TikTok video bragging about stabbing a woman in the head. You see what I mean? Like, this is what our nation has been reduced to. Our nation has been reduced to 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 how do you put it? Detestable, diabolical violence, violent like a violence culture. This is part of black culture, you know. And it's crazy. Our people glorify this stuff. Social media was one of the worst things ever created because all it does is distract the female and keep her in demonic spirits. You know. Man, let me see if I can get another preset. Let me go up in the Apocrypha again. Staying in the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter. Let me see. Oh, let me get this. This is 25 and 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. And you know, and this young lady, she's not ugly, but you still don't desire her for pleasure. Because as you can see, she's only out to pleasure herself. Matter of fact, let me get that in the New Testament. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And if you look at her, that this chick is living in pleasure. How you just gonna stab a woman in her head just cause? And then go on TikTok and Instagram talking about call me Chucky. You see, our people are gone, man. Like it tells you in Hosea, the 4th chapter, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And it also tells you in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, that that our people are sick. The whole head is faint. You know, why shall they be stricken? They only will revolt more and more. And it's true. You know? Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is oldie but goodie. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. And it reads, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Yeah, and when you look up the word sottish, it means stupid. Like the Heavenly Father is saying that His people are stupid people. They did, like it says, they're wise to do evil, but to do righteousness they have no knowledge of. And when you try to break it down to them how to do righteousness, they pull away the shoulder, like it says in Zechariah, the 7th chapter. You know, our people are gone. Let's get to the next article. I might make this a part 2 because I'm almost at my destination. And it's already been 20 minutes. I didn't want to make this a long lesson. This is from MSN. It says, Texas woman fatally mauled by her aggressive pit bull on her birthday. Yo, we keep on telling you Israelites, man, stop celebrating your birthday. But you know the female, she gotta do things big, and she all about herself. You know, her and her master, Bad Uncle Esau. It says a San Antonio woman was deleted by her pit bull last month after the animal turned on her in a violent attack. What's her name? Simone Like Elder Hawaii was saying, that's that shit I don't like. Was mauled on the balcony of her apartment on July 24th. As the Daily Mail reports, police said she had been trying to move the male bully dog outside when it suddenly lunged at her. At the time, Like had a friend visiting, which reportedly agitated the dog. Yeah, and then I believe around that time, Texas was like in the triple digits in temperature. Craziness. Told you, spirits created for vengeance. It's the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. And it reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Yeah, so you know, you don't have to guess whether this woman was righteous or wicked. She was definitely wicked. That's why her dog turned on her. You know? And she shouldn't have had that big dog anyway. She should have had a little poopsie. You know? One of them little small rat dogs. Because y'all women are not physically built to handle a big dog like that. But you know y'all want to be men so bad. It says, verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And that's exactly what happened. The dog didn't transgress the word of the Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father said, go get at her real quick. You know? As a matter of fact, let me get another one. The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 25, and it reads, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man or a woman, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That's exactly what you've seen. The pit bull got busy on her ass, and good riddance. Like it tells you in the book of Job, the 4th chapter, whoever perished being innocent. You know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Hold on, let me cross the street. Matter of fact, now I'm gonna leave it there. I'll just make a part 2. You know, Lord's will, you was edified. Until next time, we're gonna say shalom to the elect.